afternoon all. Welcome to the next class. Today we are discussing about what is liquid pressure and atmospheric pressure. In the previous class we have discussed about what is pressure and thrust. Total normal force experienced on the surface is called thrust, and thrust acting per unit area is called pressure. I think all of you understand about what is thrust and what is pressure, what is the difference between them. And today that is liquid pressure. What is liquid pressure? Pressure is the thrust acting per unit area, and what is liquid pressure? If we take some liquid in a beaker or any container, the liquid exerts a pressure on all the surface of the liquid that take the container. That is, a liquid is acting pressure all the sides of the container, and there is the pressure that is acting on unit area of a liquid is called liquid pressure. That is the total normal force acting on the surface of a liquid per unit volume is called liquid pressure. So here the liquid is in a container and that liquid is acting a pressure in all sides of the container that is to be taken. That is acting every side of the container. The pressure is acting all the sides of the container, and the total normal force experienced on the surface of the liquid that are taken in a container, that is called liquid pressure. That is, pressure is the thrust acting per unit area, and liquid pressure is the pressure that acting, the thrust acting per unit area of a liquid. So what is the difference between liquid pressure and pressure? Liquid pressure is a pressure that is acting on the surface of a liquid. That's why it's called liquid pressure. And liquid pressure is experiencing or acting all the sides of a container that liquid to be carried. Okay, so liquid pressure is the pressure, is the thrust acting per unit area of a liquid surface. So the total normal force experienced on a surface of one liquid is called thrust, and that thrust in the case of liquid is called liquid pressure. And liquid pressure is acting all the sides of a container that liquid is to be carried. Okay. And the liquid pressure is depending two factors. First one is the height of the liquid column. The height of the liquid column, that is, if we take some liquid in a container that have a height. So the height of the liquid container is depending the liquid pressure. And the second one is the density of the liquid. Density of the liquid. That is, liquid pressure is the total thrust acting per unit area, and the height of the column that is containing the liquid and the density of the liquid is the two factors that depending the liquid pressure. The height of the liquid column is come to increasing, liquid pressure is increasing. So the height of the column is increasing, liquid pressure is increasing, and the density of the liquid is increasing, the liquid pressure is also increasing. So these two are directly proportional with density and height of the column. So the liquid pressure of a liquid is increasing when the height of the container is increasing, and the density of the liquid is increasing, the liquid pressure is increasing. So more denser liquid is experiencing or exerting more liquid pressure. So there is a definition for liquid pressure, that is, we have to read through our slide. What is liquid pressure? Liquid pressure, the thrust acting per unit area by a liquid is liquid pressure. The pressure exerted by a liquid column increases with increase in height. Liquid exerts force on all sides of the container in which they are taken. That is the liquid pressure. And that liquid is exerting pressure in all the sides of a liquid column, and when the height is increasing, the liquid pressure comes to increasing. Okay, and we are discussing that liquid pressure and height of the column and density are interrelated to each other. So the height of the liquid column is taken as H and the density of the liquid is taken as D. And what is the pressure of the liquid? That is, liquid pressure is the thrust acting per unit area, and that liquid pressure is taken as the letter P. The height of the container is taken as H. The density of the liquid is taken as D, and the gravitational force here is taken as G. So P is equal to H into D into G. H D G. That is, liquid pressure P is equal to H D G. So this is the relation that connecting the height of the liquid column, density of the liquid, gravitational force, and pressure, liquid pressure. So liquid pressure is depending two factors, that is the height of the liquid column and the density of the liquid. And the relation connecting liquid pressure is P is equal to HdG. Here H is the height of the column, D is the density of the liquid, and G is the gravitational force. And we have to read through slide. Liquid pressure P is equal to HdG. H, height of the liquid column, D, density of the liquid, and G, acceleration of gravity. So we are discussing that the relation between liquid pressure and height of the column, density of the liquid, and gravitational force is HdG. So we have to find out in the liquid pressure using this equation. P is equal to HdG. And liquid pressure is the thrust acting per unit area, and all of the liquid pressure of different liquids are related to the height of the column that liquid is carrying, and the density of the liquid, and the gravitational force. So P is equal to HdG is the equation for finding the liquid pressure of all of the liquids. And next we have to discussing about what is atmospheric pressure. So first of all, we are discussing what is pressure and thrust, and now we are discussing about liquid pressure, and next one is atmospheric pressure. In atmosphere, there is a, in Earth's atmosphere, there is a envelope of air is there. So the envelope of air is here in the Earth's atmosphere, and that envelope of air is making the atmospheric pressure. Okay. And we have to read what is the atmospheric pressure through slide. Atmospheric pressure, the weight of the air column over unit area of the Earth's surface is atmospheric pressure. The weight of the air column over unit area of the Earth's surface is atmospheric pressure. An envelope of air surrounds the Earth. This is the Earth's atmosphere. The density of atmospheric air near the surface of the Earth is greater, and it decreases as we go up. Hence, atmospheric pressure decreases as we go up. Okay. We are saying that there is an envelope of air is the surroundings of the Earth, and the weight of the air column on the surface of the Earth in a unit volume is known as the atmospheric pressure of a atmospheric pressure. That is, there is an envelope of air in the surface of air, and the weight of unit volume atmospheric air column is known as the atmospheric pressure. And when we go up, the atmospheric pressure is decreasing. That is, the surface of the Earth atmospheric pressure is larger and goes to higher. The atmospheric pressure comes to decreasing. So here the high length of the or the distance of the atmospheric pressure and the distance is related that atmospheric pressure is decreasing when go. That is, in the case of liquid pressure, the height of the column and liquid pressure is directly proportional because the height of the column is increasing, liquid pressure is increasing. But in atmospheric pressure, the height is increasing, atmospheric pressure is decreasing. That is, height increasing, atmospheric pressure decreasing. So in a higher altitude, there is atmospheric pressure is very low. And there are so many conditions in our daily life that seeing the atmospheric pressure and the pressure difference between inside and outside comparison, that so many examples are showing the atmospheric pressure relations. So the first one is astronauts wear specially designed clothes. That is, in space traveling, astronauts using specially designed clothes. That is for preventing some issues that is causing the decreasing of atmospheric pressure, because in space there is very low atmospheric pressure, because when height is increasing, atmospheric pressure is decreasing. So in higher altitudes there is very low atmospheric pressure. So the changing of atmospheric pressure is making so many problems. That's why they are using specially designed clothes, and they have not enough oxygen in space. That's why they are using the specially designed clothes. And the next one is, as mountaineers climb higher altitudes, there is the possibility of nasal bleeding. That's why there is a pressure difference between inside the body of man and the outside atmospheric pressure. So there is a chance to breaking the vessel and bleeding. That is the reason the high climbing mountaineers nasal bleeding, possibility of their nasal bleeding. And the last one is fixing rubber circles on polished surface. So there is a pressure difference between the outside and the inside the rubber circle. There is a pressure difference. That's why the rubber circle is on sticking the mirror. Okay. So these all are the examples that showing atmospheric pressure is here. Okay. So the atmospheric pressure is the weight of the air column per unit area is the surface of air is called the atmospheric pressure. Okay. And next we have to discussing about how to measure atmospheric pressure. We are discussing that atmospheric pressure is the weight of the air column that is present in the surroundings of air, and that weight is equal to one substance that having a specific length and specific mass, and this equality is the measurement that is using atmospheric pressure. Okay, that is, we are taken a mercury of 0.76 meter. 0.76 meter and unit area that is 1 meter square. A mercury that having a height of 0.76 meter and area of 1 meter square, and this is equal to the weight of an air column per unit area in the surface of atmospheric air. So these two are equal, and this is the measurement of atmospheric pressure. So we have to measuring atmospheric pressure using this 0.76 meter height and 1 meter square unit area having a mercury, and that mercury is equal to the atmospheric pressure. Okay, and next we have to read it through slide. Measure atmospheric pressure. One atmospheric pressure is the weight of an air column above unit area on the surface of Earth at sea level. This is equivalent to the weight of mercury column of height 0.76 meter and unit area of 1 meter square. This is standard atmospheric pressure. Its unit is bar. Instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure is barometer. Okay, that is how to measure the atmospheric pressure. The air column in the Earth's surface is equal to the mercury column that having a height of 0.76 meter and area of 1 meter square. So a unit area air column is equal to a 1 meter square area and height of 0.76 meter mercury. And this is how to measure the atmospheric pressure. A 1 unit area of air column is equal to the mercury column that having a unit area and 0.76 meter height. So this is the atmospheric pressure measuring, and this is the standard atmospheric pressure, that is a unit area of one air column is equal to 1 mercury column of height 0.76 meter and 1 meter square area. This is the standard atmospheric pressure. Standard atmospheric pressure, that is a air column unit air column is equal to a unit area mercury column that having a height of 0.76 meter, and that is known as the standard atmospheric pressure. And the unit of atmospheric pressure is bar, and the device that used to measuring atmospheric pressure is known as barometer. And the figure of barometer is in the textbook. So the unit of atmospheric pressure is bar, and the device that used to measuring atmospheric pressure is barometer. So today we are discussing about what is liquid pressure and how the height of the liquid column and the density of liquid column is related with the liquid pressure, and what is atmospheric pressure and how to measure atmospheric pressure. Liquid pressure is the thrust acting per unit area of the liquid that contains, and the equation that is connecting liquid pressure is P is equal to HdG. H is the height of the liquid, D is the density of the liquid, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. So P is equal to HdG, and atmospheric pressure is the weight of the air column that presents in the Earth atmosphere, and which is equal to the unit area mercury that having a height of 0.76 meter, and this is the standard atmospheric pressure, and the device that used to measuring atmospheric pressure is barometer, and the unit of atmospheric pressure is taken as bar. So in this chapter we are discussed about the force and different types of force and friction and pressure, thrust and pressure. So we are discussing what is a contact force, what is non-contact force, sliding friction and rolling friction, that are two types of friction, how to reduce friction, and what are the lubricants that are used to reducing friction, and what is thrust and pressure and how they related to each other. Thrust is the total normal force acting per acting on the surface of an object is called thrust, and thrust acting per unit area is called pressure. And there are different types of pressure, that is liquid pressure and atmospheric pressure. Okay, I think all of you understand about what is liquid pressure and atmospheric pressure, how to measure atmospheric pressure. So today's class is over. Thank you.